Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Respected Dr. Zafar Bangash, Sister Shagufta, all the brothers and sisters who have taken time out of their busy schedule to join a very noble cause to raise voice for our Kashmiri brethren and sisters. Assalamu alaikum, and a very good afternoon. We are all gathered here to condemn 75 years of Indian illegal occupation of Jammu and Kashmir and reaffirm our unflinching commitment to the Kashmir cause. Thank you to Dr. Zafar Bangash, who has put the Jammu and Kashmir dispute in its historical perspective, and Sister Shagufta's painting that has probably captured all the different aspects of atrocities that are going on in Indian illegally occupied Kashmir by the Indian occupation forces. The commemoration of 27th October is a grim reminder of India's unlawful assault on Jammu and Kashmir 75 years ago. In these 75 years, India, the self-proclaimed followers of ahimsa or non-violence, has resorted to widespread and systematic human rights violation in Indian occupied Kashmir. India has unleashed the worst form of state terrorism and used inhuman methods to crush legitimate Kashmiri struggle for self-determination in complete disregard of human rights norms and humanitarian law. It is deplorable that the people of Jammu and Kashmir are being punished only because they are demanding their right to self-determination that was promised to them. The situation has further worsened since India's illegal and unilateral revocation of the special status of Indian occupied Kashmir on 5th August 2019. India wrongfully thinks that it can continue with its brutal policies and suppress the innocent Kashmiris. The Kashmiri people have never accepted India's illegal and forceful occupation, and inshallah, they never will. The Indian occupied Jammu and Kashmir is an internationally recognized disputed territory. No step by the government of India can change this status. Indian attempt to change the status quo in the Indian occupied Kashmir is in complete violation of the UN Security Council resolutions and bilateral agreements between India and Pakistan, especially the Shimla Agreement. Indian illegal actions do not prejudice the right to self-determination of the people of occupied Jammu and Kashmir. In spite of various United Nations Security Council resolutions prescribing a fair and impartial plebiscite under the UN auspices in order to decide the final disposition of the Kashmir dispute, India not only continued its illegal occupation of Kashmir, but has also intensified its atrocities on the beleaguered Kashmiris in a bid to perpetuate its occupation. India should know that no quantum of barbarity, human rights violations, or unlawful repressive measures can dampen the spirit of the Kashmiris. The Kashmiris remain as resolute in their struggle for the right of self-determination as they were 75 years ago. The world must not remain silent in the face of oppression and injustice in Kashmir. The United Nations and the international community must shoulder its responsibility toward the people of Kashmir. And that's why we are gathered here. They should take concrete actions to protect their lives and safeguard their fundamental human rights and play their due role in finding a peaceful resolution of Jammu and Kashmir dispute in accordance with the UN resolutions that guaranteed the right of self-determination to the Kashmiri people. To uphold international law, human rights, democracy, and justice, the international community must act now. You have heard the messages of the President and Prime Minister of Pakistan. The messages were very loud and clear. Pakistan would continue to extend all moral, diplomatic, and political support to our Kashmiri brethren. And in his remarks, Dr. Bangash has alluded to a very disturbing trend in international politics. People in power, or the powers to be, they are not willing, or they are intentionally not listening to the voices of the Kashmiri people. They are hiding behind the political jargons, diplomatic jargons, or economic jargons. The hues and cries of Kashmiri people, their poor plight as depicted by Sister Shagufta, they are turning a blind eye, they are turning a deaf ear. But that should not stop us from raising voice for the Kashmiri people. We should not, and inshallah we will not, let the world forget about the struggle of Kashmiri people unless they get freedom from the Indian illegal occupation. Inshallah, very soon. Thank you very much.